Hi, welcome back to Mastery of Science. So we'll be looking at Chemistry Paper 6 and particularly the very last question of Paper 6, which usually would ask you to outline an experiment or investigation. So in this particular question, which is from the specimen paper, it says the label on a bottle of orange drink states contains no artificial colors. A scientist thinks that the orange color in the drink is a mixture of two artificial colors, that is sunset yellow, E110, and Allura red, E129. Plan an experiment to show that the orange color in the drink does not contain these two artificial colors. Your plan should describe the use of common laboratory apparatus and samples of E110, E129, and the orange coloring from the drink. You may draw a diagram to help answer the question. So first of all, what method will we use? So this would be paper chromatography. And the wonderful thing is that we've been given a chance to use a diagram to help explain our answer. So it means most of what we need to explain we can actually just put in a diagram and make our lives so much easier. So to set up our paper chromatography, we'll have our beaker. So I'll label this beaker, and then we'll have our solvent. And then we'll have our chromatography paper. So there should be something keeping it in place. Then we'll have our baseline here. Then on the baseline, we have our spots for E110, E129. So just put those in different colors here. So let's see, this would be our spot for E129, and then have another spot E110, and then we have another spot for the orange coloring from the drink. So our chromatography paper will be marked in pencil. So there's the baseline there in pencil. So this would be our baseline. So our baseline would be above our solvent level, and then we've got our spots there. This would be our E129, and this. So we have E129, and we have E110, and then that would be our orange color. So we've already shown what the setup would be. We have to label this our chromatography paper. And then yeah, so this answers almost most of it. Instead of writing all of it in words, we have shown what we need. We've shown our apparatus, we've shown the setup, we've shown the method. And then now we need to explain. So now there's very little for us to explain. So what we now just need to explain is that the solvent will travel up the chromatography paper, then as it goes up, the spots will also move up at different rates. And if there is more than one dye in the orange color, it will produce 2 or more spots. And if the orange color contains sunset yellow, we'll have a spot that actually corresponds to the RF of the sunset. And if we've got the Allura red, then we'll also have a spot from the orange color that corresponds to the RF of the Allura red color. So that is how we'll be able to then interpret the results we'll have. So that should be enough to earn you the 6 marks from this question. So let me know if you've got any questions.